Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for stopping by the live stream again today. I'm a little early because I'm wanting to see if this signal is going to be okay before I go all in. It's high tide now. They took my spot. I mean, the water is really high. When I left, I was walking out there by that boat. Now I'm almost on the strip. No choice. Shout out to the NTZ crew. I saw you on her Michael Beach Alive. He said, "Yeah, we'll see how good the signal is." So far so good. It was good yesterday. Is anybody else on here? Not yet. All my old heads. I know Jeffrey Tatter will be on here. Roger Walker, Sheldon, Ray. Oh, okay. Thanks, Beats of Life. Who is this? Oh, yeah, that's Jeffrey Tatter. What's up, Picasso Green? Man, do you ever get any sleep? Are you on Filipino time? He said, looking like a good place to relax. It really is, man. The breeze coming off the ocean is just unbelievable. Is it getting in the way of my audio or is my audio good? I know y'all can hear that, those waves. He said, Professor Cal, see you enjoying the good life. There's only one life, man. We're gonna be dead a long time. You better live now. That's why I made that video today about retirement. It's good over here if you got money. All those guys that you see talking bad about the Philippines, they're broke. They don't have a damn dime. They don't have two pesos they can rub together. They can't travel around and see the beauty of this place and meet all the good people and stuff. Yeah, there's good and bad in every place. But whenever you see people continuously knock the Philippines, they're broke. They're sitting in one spot. They're not going anywhere. As Beach of Life, he's on Ball Island. What's up, Sharon Allen? Thank you so much for your continued support. Any new viewers and subscribers out there today? I want to make sure I went live, not that impromptu live yesterday. It's a beautiful day out here. The waves are always high this time of year, but the weather's supposed to be bad according to Maryland. But I said I'm going anyway. I just want to be near the water. But any new viewers and subscribers, welcome. Anybody catching this on replay? I know, thank you. He said that the El Nino is indeed knocking that wind and rain down here in Paglao. Yeah, you know, El Nino makes it drier than it normally is and hotter. This isn't a scheduled, if you can call it a scheduled El Nino. They're only supposed to come every 2 years or something. But it's beautiful, man. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't have picked a better time to come here because normally you don't get a breeze like this. It's hot as fish grease. You know what they say. But yeah, we really don't have any particular subject today. I'm just live from Boracay Island, man. I'm glad to be here, man. I'm glad to be alive. I'm glad to be sucking in this free air today. I told y'all bought me some tank tops. I had to get out of them short sleeve shirts. I wanted to feel like I was on the beach. I got to get me a couple of pair of beach shorts before the day's over with. And I am going to get that massage. I said I was going to get. Uh, I don't wait. Let me see. I think I got. Wait. I don't know how much change I got. Here you go, ma'am. Thank you. Take care. I'm being. Yeah, she's a veteran, man. On this beach, she snuck up on me. The last time I was here, I gave her some money because she looked pretty bad. And you know, it seems like for me that the uh, the tourists here, man, they've got no love for, you know, the beggars and the hustlers. What's up, Leroy? He said, I can't make up my mind between the Philippines or Thailand. Well, hell, you can have both of them. They're so close together. But if you like beaches and you want to speak your language most of the time and friendly people, but you can't lose. You can have them both. They say that Thailand's 3.5 hours from here, but it's really not. It's about 3 hours for real. You know, they reserve that air time, but from gate to gate, it's probably 3 hours and 20 minutes. I made that flight before. But yeah, you can have them both. I don't see why people say that all the time. They say, well, I can't. You can have it all on my live stream. He said, you should buy one of them Boracay shirts they got on the front there. I got the Boracay. This is where I bought them. I bought two of them, I think, from here. And then I bought two from around the corner. You know, I try to, well, I don't try. I do support the locals, man. But yeah, can't you see it's a Boracay shirt? That's what I did. And I didn't even realize, man, they've got a laundry. They've got everything where I'm staying. This place where I'm staying, guys, if you come to Boracay, it's called the Canyon Hotel and Resorts. It's got a Robinson mall attached to it, really like the grocery store and a semi mall. They got everything: coffee shop, massage place, laundry. They even sell furniture there. He said, we need that live about the mouth. LOL, you said you would drop that when you got there. Yeah, but I just got here, Rashawn. Come on. And you know I'm retired. I'm not on anybody's clock. We'll get to that, but I'm trying to lighten up, you know, the conversation with everything going on that's been going on this past week. I see where they arrested two of the people responsible for that murder, and the third guy turned himself in. Merlin's keeping me up on the situation. But yeah, I'll get to that, man. But it's just, you know, that's really not uh, important right now. He says, I'm actually working from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. 5 days a week. I don't live to eat, I eat to live. I work to fund my travels. I want another pair of Boracay shorts. Yeah, I'm going to get a couple today. I got on a pair of shorts right now uh, that Sam gave me. Shout out to you, Sam. He had a stroke, man, and he's recovering. I think he's in Georgia now. But I usually sleep in these shorts. But these are beach shorts, really. They're 2X, so they're loose and they're comfortable. I was looking too casual on Boracay. He said, what's up, Unc? I didn't get a notification. Well, I just made the notification at 10:30, I think. Yeah. As I was uploading that video, I went on and made the notification. I know, thank you. And you see the mangoes he's selling, right? Now, they sell them all day long when you're on the bus. When you make these little stops at the terminal, they're 20 pesos. Here, they're 100. But I guess you can see why. Hey, what's up, Bruce? He said, thanks for that super chat. He said, from Lexington, Kentucky, stay safe, bro. Hey, man, that's where I was born. We moved to Louisville when I was 4 years old. So I consider myself a Louisvillian, but all my kin people live in Lexington. If you know any Covington, also some roaches there. Not many roaches. Yeah, Jackson's, because we just had our family reunion there. But yeah, thanks for that super chat. Friend of mine, he's moving to Lexington. he's getting into the insurance business. And I said, well, that's a good area. That area made me. Even though I was living in Louisville at the time when I took that uh, territory, which was the only territory open, I ain't had no choice. It made me, man. I mean, those people treated me so well. I tore it up. I won my first trip working in Lexington. But I'm just gonna tell you, that insurance business is a tough business. You gotta be a people person. You can't just be out there selling insurance. If anybody's watching and trying to get into that business, or you're thinking about getting into the business, or you're in the business already, stop selling insurance and start helping people. That's the best advice I ever received from my manager, who just so happened to be a white guy by the name of Wayne Tipton, but he was married to a black woman. He was my mother's insurance agent for years. And when I got my insurance license, I said, hey, man, I need a job. He took me under his wing, man. He's really the reason I'm sitting here today. I can't give anybody else any credit. Well, I give two brothers, Vincent Woods, may he rest in peace, and John Woods. They showed me a lot about the hustling side, the dress side, you know, how to be uh, different, how to stand out from all the rest of the other insurance agents. He said, any story update about the foreigners who died? Yeah, Maryland told me that they arrested the people. Well, I told you they were. Because the Filipino police, they're up on things around here. Not only that, but Filipinos would tell on you, man. You're not going to get away with nothing. You know, that's why guys was like, hey, man, you seeing any women over there? Man, I'm not trying to talk to any women here, okay? I'm too recognizable. You asked me yesterday. You said, hey, does anybody recognize you today? Man, I'm eating breakfast, man. Guy walked right up on me. I didn't even see him. He said, Sunshine Shoulders? I took a picture of him. I put him on my video. I bought him a mango shake. But see, I don't know who knows everybody else. And that's usually how it happens. Somebody that Maryland knows is here right now. I guarantee you she got a lot of eyes here. And they'll see me. I don't know them, but they'll see me, and then they'll radio back to Merle like, hey, I saw him. He was with the girl. I remember one time, and I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't even with anybody. I'm in Lady visiting a couple. He's half Filipino, half German, and his wife's Filipino. They divorced since then. But anyway, I was in Lady visiting them. I'm going to the grocery store. I'm just in a regular jeepney. There's a woman sitting beside me. Don't you know somebody radioed Maryland? And remember, Lady is like 2 islands over from Negros Occidental. You got to go to Cebu, then you got to go to Lady. So no, yeah, they'll tell on you, man. He said, you better not try to holler at any woman out there, man. I'm fully vested over here, man. It's just, I've been over here long enough to know that it'll just be a different face, guys. I'm telling you now. Okay. And y'all think I'm playing. I don't want to deal with any more women over here. Maryland's my last one. If it, you know, I'm gonna do everything I can to make it work. But if it don't, no, I'm not dealing with any more women over here. It's not them, it's me. I don't want to choose the wrong one. And they, you know, the ones I deal with, I'm just speaking for myself, man. They fall in love and they get difficult. And I don't want the headache anymore. But see, the women here, all the women here think they're Miss Universe. So you ain't got to worry about that anyway. They just, I mean, every last one of them. That's the thing about being in a place like Boracay. Is everybody, it's like being in church. Everybody's got on their Sunday best. Everybody's acting rich. You know, they ain't going to give you the time of day here anyway. You know, unless you Coco Martin or somebody, in which I'm not. Yeah, now I'm not gonna lie. There's some bonfire 15s here. If you know, they may walk past here, but I'm at the I'm right by Starbucks, so you may see something, but more than likely that's usually at night. when they coming out to these clubs and stuff. Cause some people, even though they got you see this breeze. Let me show you something. See that breeze? They'll say it's hot out here, but it's not hot. What's up, Derek? I know when you said you were here, it was hot, and it usually is. But this time of year, they got the wind going on, man. I mean, it's clear, the sun is out. You can't ask for better beach weather right now. But the water, I'm gonna tell you, I got off at the wrong stop with my tricycle, and I had to walk in the water, man. It got deep, man. My money got wet, my pants got wet. I mean, it got bad, man. Luckily, right in the nick of time, there was some steps right there leading out to the street. I don't know where they came from. I guess the universe was looking out for me, man, because I was like, this is getting dangerous. He said, he said, I love how you act like you ain't to catch me out. You sunshine shoulders them ever. He said, they'll bow down if you was on that kind of time. Oh, I'm sure I could. That guy, that Filipino American guy that I met today, he's asking me, I could see it in his eyes when he asked me, you by yourself? Yeah, I'm like, yeah. And that's the way I'm going to keep it. He's looking for somebody to hang with and get into trouble with. But he asked me, did I drink? I don't drink. I haven't had a drink, man. It's going on 29 years. But, in certain places, I'm you know, stronger than others. If I'm in Cebu, definitely, you know. But like I said, man, I'm happy, man. I'm 100% vested. And, it would break my heart if I had to leave Booby, man. He said, you should check out the bar show at the Red Coconut Hotel. You can make reservations. Amazing. Yeah, I've seen the bar show. They got several here. The first time I ever come to Boracay in 2010, I I was eating and they was doing the bar show behind me. That was my head. I got pictures of it. But yeah, at night I'm gonna take some footage at night because I'm gonna go home today and rest up after I get my massage. I'm gonna get that massage today, and I'm gonna come back out because y'all asked me to do it. I do it. I don't have to go in there. He said I rode solo myself. I would love for Maryland to be here though. This is the type of place that somebody like me, you don't come back yourself. I mean, this time I am. I'm really relaxing, but it's just so many places that I'm a romantic guy. I like to have dinner overlooking the ocean and everything. Just have somebody to talk to. And what's up, RLV? Says Globe and Starlink partnered so that those on the mountains and shorelines will have internet access, which is good. I mean, I'm really shocked at how well the internet is here. I'm not trying to work. I just got a strong signal because I think smart is good here because when I went to get a load today, the lady asked me, well, what service you got? I said, smart. She said, okay. Because y'all do know that it all depends. See, I bought all my stuff, man, but I'm not going to be able to do anything right now. It's going to be once the low tide. It's high tide now. You are forced to be on the strip right now. But yeah, I'm really shocked at how good the internet is working here. He said, there's a big Shirley that just passed you by. Well, that's that's the thing now here. Big Maria's. said, good evening from Cagayan Oro. Yeah, I like Cagayan Oro. Have you been to Cagayan Island yet, John? If you haven't, man, shame on you. I mean, really. Now, it's like a 3 hour ride from you on the bus or car or taxi. And then you take the ferry, is another 40 minutes or something. But it's a beautiful place. And some guy was saying, well, why do you like to be around all those people? Like here in Boracay, I like it. But there you won't have a lot of people. And they've got that white sandbar out in the middle of the ocean. I think when I was there in 2010, it was only 200 pesos to ride the boat out there. It's just a big strip of white sand out there. You just right there surrounded by the mountains. It's beautiful. Those were in my wild days, though. I was running. I had met a woman from, I think she was from Cagayan de Oro. No, she might have been. I was in Cagayan de Oro. I think she was from Iligan, yeah, which is right up the road. And she was wild. He said, I'll be in Boracay with my with my wife and her family. Guess who paid for it all? Well, that's part of the program, Q. You're a veteran now. I hear a lot of guys, I know they faking. Talking about, yeah, the girlfriend took them to Bahal or they took them to Boracay or whatever. I'm like, okay. She saved up all her money for a whole year to do you like that. Not sure if you're going to work out or not. Okay. Yeah, that's somebody else. But my breakfast today, if you watch that video, which I hope y'all did, you see my breakfast and my coffee was 566 pesos. I'm right on the beach. I'm right on the beach front. You can look at that picture of the coffee. I'm just as close to the beach as I am now. So, Boracay can be manageable, man. It can be real manageable if you know what you're doing. Now, if you go to these places and eat that seafood, you see last night I showed y'all on that live stream, they want 5,500 pesos per kilo for that lobster. Now, I'm going to use your word, Q, that's madness. And that is madness, okay? Hey, what time's it, Travels? He said, what's up, Cal? And the Sunshine Shows community. Yeah, that's madness right there because, okay, I showed you two of them. Well, you can buy one like that in the marketplace when they have them for 850, the whole one for 850 pesos. They want 5,500, but it's just Boracay. You're going to pay. That's when there are tourists. They never been here before. Because I had a young guy that we met in Lapu Lapu. He was staying in the same Airbnb as Merlin and me. And he was with his girlfriend, and hell, he paid 7,000 pesos for a tiger lobster in Lapu Lapu. Oh man, this guy's crazy. I hope you don't come over here by me. I don't have any money. He said, me too, Billy. It's sad what happened to that young man. Which one? The one? Well, both of them. It's sad what happened to both of them. But you talking about the 35-year-old guy? They said that they wanted his necklace real bad. He must have had a nice looking necklace on, man. I don't care what kind of necklace it was. I would have gave it to him. Yeah, it was a big lobster, but it wasn't worth no 5,500 pesos. Somebody probably bought it. Cause they sell a lot of that stuff here at night. Japanese, Chinese, South Korean. See, they're the ones that really have the money over there. They're the ones who look broke and got millions. We're the ones over here flossing and flexing, ain't got a nickel. Those guys be wearing the plainest shit, man. Those are the ones that be worth millions. And see, Filipinos know that too. That's why a lot of them they say, I don't fool with number Japanese, you know, because we be fronting too much. We be fronting far too much. You see, I've been watching that Nolan Wells murder. Mississippi has an ugly past. Yeah, it has an ugly present too. You can't put nothing past that. You know, but that's America, man. America has an ugly past. You can't just say Mississippi. I mean, America is what it is, man. If you look, you know, see what, and I'm not gonna get into this. Like I said, I'm trying to keep things light. But since you brought this up, the most disappointing thing for me was finding out that we aren't the good guys. We've literally been the bad guys from day one until now, and that's so disheartening to me. Man. It breaks my heart because I bought into all that stuff. So, man, you know, America's the devil. I promise you that. All you gotta do is look up the history. I'm surprised that we're even welcome over here. All the hell we put the Philippines through, but I don't think they get that part of history. But yeah, we're the bad guys, man. Look at the shit we financing. Man, don't get me started. See, y'all done got me started. That damn genocide, not just over there in Gaza. There's so much hell that we wrought on this earth, man. It just pisses me off. Even that damn Barack Obama, man, he was a damn uh, snake. I'm here to relax. He said America's a you mean a corporation? But you know, you really gotta be drinking some poison over there um, to still be buying into that. Okay, the greatest country on earth shit and all that. A Christian nation never was a Christian nation. I guess if you say something over and over and over again, it becomes the truth. But yeah, we brought all kind of hell. The Sandinistas and you know the Contras. Y'all done forgot all about that. It was flooding our neighborhoods with crack cocaine. You know, it was around the time when I was strung out. Yeah, everybody was a damn dealer back then. See, yeah, they love black culture because we got a lot in common. This is what you have to understand. The same oppressor had his foot on our neck. Okay, if nothing else, if they can't get with that. Well, you know, this is Trump is nothing really compared to some of the other people we've had. Y'all may not believe it. Trump is nothing. Trump is like a baby compared to some of the people that we've had in the Oval Office. Okay, they got an agenda, man, and they, you know, it's all about imperialism, white supremacy. That's what it's about, man. I'm sorry. Israel is white. That's the only reason they get away with all that stuff, guys. They're furthering white supremacy, and that's why America's behind it. That's why the UK is behind it. Canada's behind it. Australia's behind it. They're the biggest supporters of Israel because that's how they came into possession of the land that they're on right now. But I don't want to talk about this stuff today, man. You know, because y'all not gonna do anything. That's all. He said, I want to leave her so bad. I didn't have any choice in where I was born. My family I was born into, my skin color, nothing. I'm just so grateful to be alive, man. I don't have to be the nicest looking guy. I don't have to have the richest money. I mean, all the money. I don't have to be the richest guy. We breathe in the same And, you know, he ain't got 25 hours in his day. And once you can really get with that, all that other stuff don't matter. Because in the book, The Science of Getting Rich, see, I always forget to take this advice. He says, don't even rail against politics or politicians because they're going to pass away just like the dinosaurs, and that's what's going to happen. Lindsey Graham passed away. Mitch McConnell's probably dead somewhere. That shows you how uh, cruel. I mean, why don't the man just come forward? He can't come forward, but they're going to lie because they know that that's another piece of the puzzle that's been taken out. You know, he said, "Why are you looking nervous, Cal?" No, 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 I'm sorry. You don't know me. I'm just trying to look at this uh, tripod so it won't knock over. And then it's about situational awareness, Rick Mills. I'm 8,000 miles from home. I don't want somebody to come up behind me and hit me over the head with coconut or something. It's called situational awareness. Try it sometime. But yeah, this weather is all that today. And then I'm real close. I'm closer to the camera than I normally am. This is the perfect time to be here. I go with my gut, man. Maryland got mad, and then uh, I didn't care. I said, I've been telling you for a long time I was coming here. I wanted to go to the beach. And when all that stuff happened, those two Americans got killed. I said, I'm gone. And she said, oh, the weather's going to be bad. You're going at the wrong time. I said, I don't give a damn. I don't know what you're talking about. He says, Calvin, have you visited the islands with the people that were forced out of Manila? How were the people? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't try to get in. I really don't like talking about politics. You know, but sometimes you have to know where people are coming from. I hate people that smile in your face and stab you in the back. Really don't like it. And if you talk politics, and if you say certain things from time to time, they'll come out of the woodwork. And you'll be like, oh, okay, yes, a couple of guys, man, that I thought were cool with me, man. These guys straight MAGA. I'm talking about white supremacists, man. Because what else? Why else would you join MAGA? What else did Trump did and MAGA did that's so damn good? You know, so I hate having my back to somebody else. Yeah, see, I was down here, but I was afraid that water was going to rise up and eventually get me. So I came up here. There's a tree stump right here. That a lot of these guys, that's selling these tours and stuff, they sit on it. I asked them, could I sit there? He said, yeah. Yeah, let's don't get on this politics yet. Yeah, we know he's a figurehead. They all are. What's up, Brent? He said when you went home last year, one of your vids, you hinted you were going into public office almost as if you might not come back to the Philippines. That would be the only reason I would come back to America. But see, they would kill me because you have to go along with the status quo over there. Every last one of them politicians on both sides are bought and sold. And if you don't, they'll kill you, man. They don't have any problem killing you. That's how strongly I feel about the situation, and that's why I left, man. I just can't, with all honesty, sit there and play dumb. I'm going to speak my mind. They want you to suspend your intelligence with religion, with politics, with sports. You know, all of those things, those three main things, they want you to suspend your intelligence. Like, I mean, like LeBron James is just a regular guy. I don't care what team he plays with. It's not going to affect me. I mean, they're trying to make that important. It's not important, man. Your health is important. You know, who said that? Somebody, Kevin Strong said that. He said, man, look, take care of yourself and your family the best you can, man, and be done with it. That's the message I'm giving today. Give a damn about no LeBron James. Those guys don't give a damn. They don't do nothing for the community, for real. They're not going to make any difference at all. But they want you to follow these people. Nope, I can think for myself. I'm sorry. Yeah, they'll kill you, Grant, because I'm not going to buy into it. I'm voting against everything that doesn't have my best interest. Okay, you got people like Hakeem Jeffries. You know, they call him APAC secure. You know, this guy took 17 million. He's the only Democrat that voted against uh, to stop funding Israel. Stupid. Yeah, he said my head would be on a swivel too after the incident in Cebu. Yeah, I mean, Dumagetti, if it wasn't an incident in Cebu, the woman you need to watch is the one laying next to you. This is what's so crazy. You guys thought I was joking when I said, man, it's a lot of sociopaths and psychopaths on those dating sites, man. You guys aren't listening. The ease and comfort with which they cut our heads off over here, man, is diabolical, man. It can't be nothing but uh, sociopaths and psychopaths. That as easy as they do it, they don't have to kill you to be a sociopath. Okay, he says, I'm out, Unc. I gotta wake up at 6:30. I work at FedEx now. Man, how you gonna get your disability? You keep working. But the ease at which they do it, man, you know, like that a psychopath, they said that's genetics. That they can be so charming. And this is what's going on, man. You know, well, you couldn't pay me to get on that dating site right now. Because not me, I'm afraid I'm gonna choose the wrong one. I mean, if they find out that this woman, you know, because if you think about all these murders over here that happen over here in the Philippines involving foreigners, the overwhelming majority of them involve some woman in some kind of way. And it's crazy when you think about it. I mean, they'll sit there, man, and pretend to love you. They'll cook your food, they'll wash your clothes and everything. All the while in their mind, they're thinking, no, thank you. They're counting down the clock. When the ex shows up or the brother shows up, somebody shows up. I'm not talking about all of them. The overwhelming majority of them are good. But it's those sociopaths and psychopaths on there to get you. Look at the lady in Cebu who killed that man. You should just left the man alone. He's 72, you 30. The man minding his own business for real. But you done fed his head up with all this stuff, lured him over here. They met in April. They get married in October. He's dead in December. And she's trying to get away with it like she didn't do nothing. He said, you got to keep your head on the swivel. Safety and security is always number one. But these are armchair bros that Sharon Allen that keep on talking crazy stuff. I mean, you know, he don't have to have his head on a swivel in his damn living room couch, only to look back and ask where the remote is. Yeah, this is everywhere. Okay, remember the lady in Dumagetti got killed, just the local. She was walking. This lady's rushing to get home. She don't work all day. Stopped at the grocery store, got her groceries. Going home, the guy asked her, "Hey, for a few pesos. She gave him 5 pesos. He got mad. When she walked past him, he came behind and stabbed her and killed her. But Rick Mills says, "Oh, what you want me to do?" Man, it's a long history behind that. You know, they they really didn't force them out. The original people, you talking about the Ada tribe? I really don't know all about that history. But hell, they don't treat you any better in America. This is what I'm saying. We need to clean up our own backyard first. We worry about somebody else's backyard. But I was listening to psychologists one day last week, and it was talking about how could Israel turn around and do the same thing to the Palestinians that were done to them, and they're saying, would you think that someone who's been through that type of oppression and everything, you would think they would have sympathy? Well, it's the same thing over here. You would think all the hell that the Spanish and the Americans put on the people here, you would think that they would have some type of sympathy or something like that. Same, we're human beings, man. Common sense would tell you that, oh yeah, they would have some type of, they would look out for each other, no? But yeah, the problem is America. Hey, what's up, Don? Is that Don Richway? I know, thank you. Salamat. I know, thank you. Salamat. Yeah, they selling real coconut too. Those things are heavy too, carrying them around like that. Yeah, well, see, we've already let our guard down, Thomas. People don't understand it. We've already let our guard down. We've already gotten too comfortable over here. Remember, there's no solution for being in the wrong place at the wrong time, but we've let our guard down over here. We're too comfortable. Y'all walk around here like you own the place. I mean, that's just the way we are over here. You just got to see it. All you got to do is look at these foreigners walking around here. Ain't none of them got their head on a swivel. Hey, what's up, Brandon? He said, "What's up, Cal? Good channel. Thanks again. Are you welcome?" Yeah, we got way too comfortable. That's why it's gonna keep on happening. What's up, the dope getter? He said, "There's nothing like traveling solo. There's a lot of power in solitude." Yeah, it is. You just get so used to being around somebody. But I guess that's how you appreciate being solo. But you just get so used to it. It would take me a long time to get back to being solo every single day. Because remember, we need each other. You're not going to be solo forever. Even if you dip in and dodging, you're going to have some woman around you. He said, "Unc, did your late brother ever go to Boracay?" He said, "Man, I know y'all would have had a ball together." No. I made a Facebook Live today. I put a challenge out there to anybody in my family. Get a passport. I'll buy you a round trip ticket to come over here. They're not going to do it. They're over there in that matrix, in that machine. They're distracted, and what they call it, the Trump distraction syndrome. That's what they've got. They're distracted over there, man. They think that's all it is over there. That's all to life over there, is working to live, buying new cars and stuff like that. I'm so glad I broke away from that life, man, like that. A guy asked me a question, man, hit me hard the other day. He said, Cal, I know you miss your kids and grandkids. I do, man, but I tell them all the time, and this isn't some excuse. I said, I know y'all would rather see me on this camera than be looking down on me in my casket. It's too toxic over there for me. It's too toxic over there. You know, that's one of the drawbacks of being in the Philippines and liking it as much as I do. I'm just so far away that I can't see my children, my grandchildren. You know, so that's why y'all damn near go broke sending them money. You know, but I don't feel guilty, but I do miss them, man. You know, I miss them. I miss my friends and stuff, but I'd rather miss them, man, than be dead. My ex-wife, my ex-American wife, man, my kids gave her a stroke. I mean, a real stroke. But no, these guys ain't gonna come over here, man. I've already, uh, that's why I built the guest house. He said, I like that intro song. Yeah, I can't take any credit for that. You know, even though Blizzard Abroad gave me 50% ownership of the copyright, he created that song, man. It's a real live song. If everybody that likes that song would buy it, he wouldn't have to work. You know, I want to put it on a platform to sell it. I would raise the money to use on my spin wheel. But maybe for him, hell, so because he's taking care of his grandkids and different things like that. It's a hell of a song, man. It's a real life song because there ain't a lot of music out there right now. What Spin That? Spin That is the number one song right now. And I don't even know. Um, I don't even know why people are getting so upset about that. There's been worse songs than that. He said there's a lot of creepy people stopping and staring at you from behind. Yeah, because they want to know what I'm doing. They're just mad. And that's how it is, you know, people be mad. And remember, you're in the Philippines, everybody thinks that your vlogs are about them, that they're the center of your content. And it's strange because if you're a content creator, there's so much content in the Philippines that I could make that I don't. You know, because everybody really thinks that they're the center of your content. It's different when you go in Vietnam. People don't even pay you attention. When I've got my, you know, my little camera, my little action camera, and walk around, they're not even looking at me. Here, they start covering their faces. They don't understand that the algorithm is basically works as a sensor. It censors your content. Only so many people are gonna see it anyway. And the people that you worry about seeing your face, lady, aren't even gonna know you. We don't have nothing in common like that. Unless you become just big, gigantic Mr. Beast or Astro Speed or one of those guys, it's different. But if I walk past you and get a glimpse of you on my camera, nobody that you will know will ever see you. But they think, oh, he's showing my face. You know, it's just like um, they think that every man over here wants them. This is one thing that bugs me more than anything. So I don't even speak to them anymore. Now, what was shocking to me was when I was in Elo, man, women were speaking to me. I mean, it was a lady that spoke to me in the mall, and I was so shocked that I almost didn't speak back. Yeah, they think everybody over here, you know, which is true, but they don't know to what extent. They think everybody's over here, you know, for a woman. So, but they don't know you've already got a woman. But in their mind, you know, you're wanting them, so they don't look at you. So I don't look them in the eye anymore. Yeah, Brandon Rayford. Yeah, welcome to the chat. I'm just glad to be alive, man. The Blizzard abroad made that song. He said, Uncle, you give Filipinos too much credit. You always say many Filipinos are good, but we don't know many. We know the ones we meet on them dating sites in which they could be crazy. Well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the women on the dating site. Okay, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Q. Okay, I'm not talking about all of these women. Those dating sites is a censor to us. It censors the women that we see. You come out here, you're not gonna say one word to these women walking up and down here. You're not even gonna say good morning to them. I do give them credit because they deserve it. If they wasn't good, that's where you met your woman on the dating site. Why are you even worried about it? You met your woman on the dating site. Is it, don't you have a good woman? It's good enough for you to, I guess you married her. You definitely have a baby by her. And you bought that Kubo for them. So, what are you talking about? The overwhelming majority of the women on the dating sites are good, but you got to understand just the fact that those sociopaths and psychopaths are on those sites is enough to keep me away from them now. I mean, come to find out now, I just read an article from America that said the guy that got killed in Dumageddon, Sealand Dumageddon was married, was happily married. If they quoted his wife, it said he was a devoted husband and great father, took good care of his family. But yet, in the Filipino papers, they're talking about his living partner. And I'm saying this guy simply chose the wrong woman, man, to fool with. That's all. And he wasn't new to the Philippines. His wife was a Filipina. They met in the Philippines, I think, in the 90s. Because he's been working over here since 1975. Imagine he's in his 20s, and then they even had a picture of him and her at the wedding. He was young. He looked to be in his 30s. You know, but I put that stuff into your head so you'll know, man, what's on there so you can stop and pause, man. We don't even stop and pause, man. We don't stop at red lights. We don't stop at stop signs. And these guys end up getting killed over here. He says, looking good. I know it's hot outside. It's really not right now. Look at this. The wind, I'm right by the ocean. Can't you hear those waves? I guess if you got right out in the sun. He said, have you noticed an increase in crime since Duterte left office? Not really. Now, the locals say they can. I did say on there, it's too early to panic because you got to understand there's 1 million Americans that come here every year. And a couple of instances like that, although they're serious. But Maryland claims it is. Maryland claims that, the snatchers are back and, the drug addicts is back and all that. But I forgot to tell y'all, the Why Not. Remember the world famous Why Not bar in Dumageddon? It burned down. It burned to the ground. 19 million pesos worth of damage. Now they're saying it was how people is always, it's an insurance scam. Well, good luck collecting insurance here. He said, Q, in the Philippines, we all roll the dice. Some of us play the inside hard ways and some don't. Yeah. He talks this stuff. I guess he's talking to the new man because he knows he did it. He knows there's good women on there because he got one. So he says I give them too much credit. No, I give them the credit that they deserve. Otherwise, our bodies would be strong from one end of Luzon all the way down to Mindanao. We put our necks out there to be chopped off. They don't chop them off. But you don't know what you don't know. See, I had no idea when I started getting on those dating sites that, man, some cold and calculated women on there, man. I mean, imagine, man, some of the shit that goes on. You can't be nothing but a sociopath or a psychopath. I mean, really, you can't. The ease at which they do it, man, it's just, and they don't have no qualms about it. They just like, well, your life savings is gone, big deal. They be on Rocky Twofold line, and it's like, but Q knows he got a good woman. Most of the guys do. He said Jack has a very successful sneaker sold in Walmart. Yeah, but imagine all the shoes that come out. He got smart and sold. He knew it wasn't gonna work. You know, when Reebok, remember when Reebok went down, that's who he was down with at first. And I guess he was smart enough to say, well, hell, send them damn things to Walmart. He got lucky for real. He had no idea. You know, a lot of these guys who these investments, they get lucky. Ain't no way he could have looked into uh, crystal ball and saw that those damn shacks were gonna still be rolling in 2026. I haven't seen anybody wear them. I wouldn't wear a pair of them damn things. Yeah, these guys, man, listen, guys. You can tell you've never been anywhere before. These guys are selling tours. I'm really in their seat. They let me sit here. This is really where they sit. And when people come by, they sell the island hopping. They've got sailboats. They've got jet skis. Now, I wouldn't get on a jet ski right now. I wouldn't even get on one of these boats. Man, look, let me show y'all something real quick. If you can see this, I hope y'all can. Do y'all see them waves? See, that's high tide. Yeah, that's high tide out there right now. But not only that, they got the flags out. You're not even supposed to be swimming. I got caught in there, man. He said it's stalking. They're stalking me. What you been smoking, man? You been smoking crack today? Cause you paranoid, not me. I know. Thank you. That's okay. I know. That's okay. I've already got two of them already. That's okay. Thank you, sir. I know. Thank you. Show them what you're selling on here. I can see it. Show them what you're selling. No, you gotta come behind me. Okay. Show them. Yeah. Show them what you're selling. Okay. Show the other. Show the other. What is that? Clay? Oh, okay. Yeah, not right now. Thank you. No, I already saw it. I saw it before. I bought two of them the last time I was here. That's okay. Not right now, because I'm on my live stream. No, sir. Thank you. Salamat. He says every man has a plan to the hot Filipino whose skin looks like it's been kissed by the sun with a smile sent from heaven sitting across from us, ready and willing. Then our logic goes out the window Well, exactly. This is what happens. This is a psychopath. They charming, and then they'll take everything you got if you meet the wrong one. But who's the wrong one? Yeah, but see, here's what this is vital information. This is great information right here. But like the man said, we throw all common sense and all logic out the window. This is what I've been saying for 6 years. When the woman's waiting for you at the airport, she got the bag with all her possessions in it, man, you lose your mind. Okay, I call it temporary insanity. You were giving, we're giving them everything. I got people, friends over here, man. The women don't deserve how good they've been to them. They gave them so much money. It's like you couldn't even hit the lottery and got that kind of treatment. You know, so who do you think is more powerful, the pussy or Sunshine Show? Okay, the pussy guys. Okay, I'm sorry. So they one thing, one way to become worth more alive than dead is if you do make a purchase like that, a major purchase. Stop trying to go in half with these women and all of that. Just okay, look, the business is yours, and then try to make it work so it can take care of you while you're here. Don't be saying, oh, it's 50-50, then y'all break up, and then she wants that other 50, and she can't sell it because you're in the way, the house, or whatever it is. I'm saying if you're going to do it, because we do some stupid stuff. You know, we buy these houses and stuff on tourist visas. We open these businesses on tourist visas. We get married on tourist visas. We don't get the 13A. And then you become worth more dead than alive. You break up, she can't sell it. You know, I've got a daughter. I built that house on a tourist visa. It's the only reason, man. I'm not that stupid. There's no way I would have built a house on a tourist visa over here if it's just me and Maryland. Absolutely not. Even if they wanted 5,000 pesos for it, I wouldn't have did it. But when you got a living, breathing air, okay, which is booby, and you know the situation over here, a place to live is the most important thing over here for a child. I made that decision. But I'm telling you, don't do it. So many guys over here did it, man. You know, Merlin knows from the jump. Look, this though you ain't gotta kill me for this. This is yours already. I'm just gonna enjoy it while I'm alive. You know, you ain't gotta harm nobody. What's up, Frank? Have y'all ever been here, Frank? Have you and Lilith have ever been to Boracay? This would be a nice place to bring her. He says, if you're planning to leave your girl or return stateside, don't tell your lady, just sneak out. She may take you out if she knows the gravy train's coming to an end. Yeah, man, you know. But remember, we tell them all our secrets. They don't even know that they're the worst thing you could do is tell that woman that if you die, she's eligible for your pension. That's the worst. Those are deathbed confessions that you make. You don't make those type of confessions while you are living and breathing and you know active out here in these streets. But we do it. This is the kind of stupid information we give them all the information. Do not tell a woman if you're married to her right now. Do not tell her. Don't keep her honest. He said MJ could have could could have done it too. I never was a fan of his because of that. Yeah, I don't even worry about those guys because, like I said, They want you to think they're important. They're not important. They're important to Nike and all those people, the handlers and controllers, but they're not important to you. I mean, I don't care how much money he's got. I still got to get up, put my clothes on, and get it done. I don't spend a lot of time worrying about those guys, man. If you do, you go crazy, man. You know, they ride around in these big yachts and stuff like that, man. But you know, Jordan is an asshole anyway. And maybe it's because his father got killed. But I know guys who try to get his autograph, man. It's just real talk, man. Jordan be like, Negro, get away from me. But he didn't say Negro. He done it to so-called celebrities too. Yeah, all they got to do is get a passport, Derek. I already told him. Just get a passport and come over here. I told my brother, I called him out on Facebook today. He's 70. Let's see. He'll be 71 in October. Never left the country. You know, if he wants to come over here, just get a passport. I'll buy his ticket, round trip. He can stay with me. I'll bring him to Boracay, Bohol, one of those places. They're not going to do it, man. They're too busy over there rooting for Louisville and Kentucky and all those places, man. I used to be the same way. But I tell you what, the thing is, when I joined the Navy, man, I started traveling to these different countries and stuff, man, it did something to me. I filed it away. Even though all those years I was out there in the streets, wasn't thinking about leaving, it was still back here, man. But one of the first things that came back up when I stopped drinking and getting high was travel. He said, Cal, give me that challenge. He said, I'd be over there in a heartbeat. I saw where they got checks in effect. He did that to one of his subscribers. That's a great idea he did, man. You know, who is it that y'all want to see over here? Hell, we could go in and tell them to and buy them a round trip ticket over here. It's not that much. Hell, we could give $10 a piece for somebody like I'm trying to think who really yeah, like Robert Dane, like Harry Shoulders, to get him over here. I might even do Harry Shoulders like that. You know, because he's getting to the point where you know he's getting up there in age, man. He wants to see the Philippines. Yeah, you're right, man. He said they should come and visit you. That's true, man. My when I went to live with my father when he lived in Cincinnati, you know that was so far away, you know, from my mother's taste. I went to see my father. I wasn't waiting for him to see me. But yeah, I would certainly pay the ticket. Hey, thank you, man. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. There you go, Q. You said, is anybody uh, recognize me? I already did. I ate here last night. I ate here last night, and I gave the lady a 200 peso tip. The cook, she made the best beef burrito I've tasted in a long, long time. I mean, this thing, it tastes like you in LA somewhere on one of them damn food trucks. I ain't gonna lie. You talking about some of the best food I've ever eaten? When I used to work for um, the Catalyst Company, and we traveled to LA, and we traveled to the name of that other place right outside Martinez, California. Man, them trucks, them food trucks, man, that food was some of the best food. That's what this lady's um, her burrito tasted like last night, man. It made me think I was man back in the States. Yeah, I already ate that. I was giving them Howard. I was giving them the 411 last night. Shoot, wow. Hey, what's up, Richie? Rich? He said, yeah, I've been there. I liked it, but I thought it was a little overrated, especially since I don't like crowds. I just like the beach, really. Um, it's so relaxing to be out here. I don't know why it would be overrated because I just like this tropical. I like everything tropical. You know, I don't go out. I don't go to the bars, anything like that. I just like to walk around and see the beach, hear the waves splashing. You know, look out here and see these sailboats and stuff like that. Remember, I was telling you on the live stream yesterday, an impromptu live stream, that when when a country grabs a hold of you, or when a country finds you, or you find the country, there's no need to justify it anymore. There's no need to explain yourself, and that's what happened to me in the Philippines. You know, I can't tell people why I like it here, why I enjoy it so much here. I just do. I can't even explain it. Somebody asked me like, "Why are you still there?" I can't explain it, man. It's like Boracay and places like this. Like I don't like it for the same reason everybody else does. You know, because if you don't like the crowd now, Richie Rich, you wouldn't have liked them in 2010 or 2019 when I was here before the pandemic. This is nothing, dude. This is nothing right here, man. I'm talking about you shoulder to shoulder. You see this strip right here? I'm talking about it was four people deep all the way from station one to station three. I mean, you go to the D mall, you can't get in through there. You're squeezing through people like this, trying to get in restaurants. I'm talking about that's how crowded it used to be here. All foreigners, mostly South Korean, Chinese, uh, Americans, very few Filipinos, man. So it's good for me to see so many Filipinos now that they can enjoy this because they didn't used to come here, man. I mean, this place used to be so, I'm talking about jam packed. What y'all seeing now is nothing. The last few times I come to Boracay, it was so sparse, man. I couldn't believe it was almost like a ghost town. That's why I got so excited yesterday when I went on the beach and saw all the people. I was like, wow, Boracay's coming back. But it's nothing like it used to be, guys. I'm telling you, man. You wouldn't have liked it here. Because I'm talking about in 2019, I bought my wife and my son. I said, I'm never coming back. That's how crowded it was. I said, I'm never coming back. But see, that's another reason why when guys are like, man, you need to try to slide up on something while you're over there. I'm like, are you crazy? I said, I'm too recognizable. There's people who know me that I don't know them. They know Marilyn though. I don't know who she knows. I wouldn't do it anyway, but I'm saying this is the reason I don't do it. Somebody's gonna see me. But yeah, I enjoy it. Anywhere where there's a beach, I really enjoy it. Yeah, Martinez, California. I stayed there for like I want to say 7 weeks. No, 3 months. I was there for 12 weeks. 2002. That's the last place I worked. I saved up my money. I came back. I never. That was December 2002. April of 2003, I got my insurance license. But yeah, them food trucks, man, the food be so good. Either that or by lunchtime comes around because we were working 12-hour shifts. When you out of town, you work 12 on, 12 off. But no, that food was good. I don't care what food truck you bought from, because they all be lined up outside them plants. We were dealing with those petroleum plants like Shell and those oil refineries. He said, he said, I live about 45 minutes from Martinez. What, going toward um, San Francisco? Because I'm from Kentucky, man, and I've never really lived, other than being in the Navy, I never lived outside of Kentucky. And man, I went to downtown San Francisco. That was the nicest downtown I'd ever been to until I went to, of course, the Magnificent Mile in Chicago. But every weekend we'd go down to San Francisco. I had my picture. I told you I had my picture. I had my face. Where they'd be sketching you down on the wharf. And my American wife got mad at me. She know I really loved that because I had on a leather jacket, man. And I mean, this guy, it was a Filipino lady, a Chinese lady, did it. It was so nice. She crumbled that damn thing up, threw it in the driveway. Yeah, he said, Richie Rich, he said, it's better to bring wifey there than going solo. I love Boracay. Yeah, I said the same thing. I wish Marilyn was here, but I'm enjoying myself, man. I just like to feel the breeze. And I'm telling you, man, it's just something about taking your shoes off. I just walk along the shore, man. Let that water hit you and you feel the sand between your toes. This is what, I dream about when you talk about coming to the Philippines. It's nothing else, man. I don't dream about those women. I'm way beyond that. I'm scared to death for these women over here now. You couldn't pour a woman on me. He said, Lily hurt you. Now I have to take her to Boracay, LOL. Man, y'all enjoy it here. Most of the couples you see here are middle-aged couples like us. Like the people that you saw at the meet and greet in Manila. They look behind me. It's really like a romantic place. You'll love it here. And hell, it's only like a 35-minute flight from Manila or something like that. It's real short. But yeah, you couldn't pour a woman on me over here now. He said, hey, Cal, I think I may have known your brother or father in Cincinnati. Well, it would have probably been my father because none of my brothers ever lived in Cincinnati. I was the only one. I ended up moving to Cincinnati. I lived there from 1984 and I left in 1989. Really, some great years I had in Cincinnati. But my father was old, Ron. My father would be 1929, so he would be, what, 97 right now if he was still alive? But my father was something else, man. So I ain't gonna lie. Um, I can say he did a lot in that 61 years he was here. That's a lot. That's another reason why I live my life, man. My father was young when he died, and the crazy thing that's always stuck in my mind about my father was he didn't want to die. Okay, my father wasn't ready to die. My father got angry, man. He was mean. You hear me? Because I asked my mother, I said, Mama, why is Daddy so angry? She said, because he knows he's gonna die. He don't want to die. And man, that stuck with me, man. That was over 30 years ago. My father died in 1991. That was 35 years ago, man. And it stuck with me, man. He said, I do it again with Chang, but my next trip is back to China. I saw it's a brother who has a channel in China now. He was over in the Philippines with a different woman. He got a nice looking woman in China now. They 1 year anniversary, and I went on his channel. I can't think of this guy, but look how he lifts weights. He's a light skinned brother. He got, I saw him before in Cebu. He got tattoos, all the way up to his neck. But he's living a life over there in China. What's going on here? But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get off of here because I'm in their spot. This is their spot, really. They let me use it. I really appreciate all y'all's support, man. Thank you for that super chat earlier. The guy who gave me the super chat, Brian. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here, man. because I'm gonna walk up here and give me a coffee. I'm sitting in that spot. This is a hustling spot right here. If you look at all the trees up and down here, here's another thing I'm gonna say this before I get out of here. Why I love the beaches here in the Philippines. Because you know I'm a beach man no matter where I go. But see, they got a natural coastline. Look at all these trees, mostly coconut trees and stuff. If it gets hot here, see, look, I'm sitting up under a coconut tree. When I took my kids to Fort Walton Beach, Florida, I took them to what's Deion saying? Fort Myers. There was no trees, man. You burn up on the damn beach. But yeah, guys, take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. I got to get off here, man, because I got to give them their place back.